Welcome back to Scales of Safety with me, Pete Collins, where I'm going to take you through how to answer a question from the Nebosh OBE SBA, the scenario-based assessment. Now, today we're going to look at a great question, one of the most easy questions really that I talk to my learners about, which is a culture question. Usually they're big and bulky, which means great. Don't look at a 20-mark question and go, you want to go, nice. Because I'm halfway there. I've got 20 marks. I've only got another 25 to go. Well, 26, 27, 45 and above. And we're there. So don't be afraid of big questions. Be grateful for the Nebosh gods that they've given them to you. Now, really, as I said, when we look at culture, you'll go through this with your learning provider. But culture effectively is going to be brought into, well, the main thing I refer to my learners with is known as the 4 C's, but we'll touch on that in a minute. Let's go and have a look at a question from an OBE paper, one that I'm using recently now, which is the supermarket, or the SBA. And this is a culture question that we've been given here. So, to improve health and safety in the supermarket, you know that you need to positively influence health and safety culture. Right, I'm just going to take a moment there. And I'm going to go, okay, that's sort of I'm going to just highlight this at the moment and break it down a little bit. Right now, negative indicators of the supermarket. That's really what I'm looking at now. Things that are going wrong. It's 20 marks, so I'm going to highlight that too. Now, I put in here tutor note 4 C's because I do a lot of practice OBEs with my learners as well. So I do put them into mocks and then we'll go and discuss it. I tend to cover the topic. And then once I've gone into that topic with my learners, I will actually do a question with them from a previous paper, and then we'll discuss it and we'll talk about what you put, what I put, what we put. And it's just a little, it's a great way of networking between how a good question would look and what we would say. So, and then we tend to have, overall good discussions on what's expected, and I put model answers together as well. So, and that's what I'm going to do with you guys today, ultimately as well. So from that, then we can see here that we've got negative indicators. Now, look, it says you should, where applicable. I would write that off because you've got to bring them all from the scenario. It says scenario only, but even where applicable, just go straight from the scenario and take everything you can. Now, let's just say, for example, you don't really know a little bit about culture and you need a bit of a refresh. Well, let's go first of all and check out those 4 C's. Where are they? There they are. So what are the 4 C's of health and safety culture? They are competence, control, cooperation, and communication. So that's really, when I get my learners to look at it, I say, right, you want to be going and looking at the 4 C's, but also go and do a bit of groundwork. Remember, you've got to reference at the bottom of your OBE where you found your information from. So let's go and have a look on the HSC website and see what they say. I've just gone into the HSC website, gone to the search engine and banged in culture. I've got here human factors and it says here, look, an organisation's culture will influence the human behaviour. All right, so, I don't know if we're on the right lines with this, but let's go and have a little look at what we've got. Down here, we've got maybe some references. It talks a bit about safety culture in here, look. HSG 48. Now, HSG 48 is around sort of human error influencing behaviour, but it doesn't mean to say we might not have anything on culture in here. So let's go Control F. There we go. Look, culture already in the box for us. We've got 52, but let's just have a quick glance at our first... right, health and safety culture, look. So now we've got a health and safety culture on page 39. Well, let's go and have a look at that page 39 and just see what it says down there. 10, 11. Right, here we go. 39. Right, health and safety culture, look. Here we go. Every group of people develops a culture, shared attitudes, beliefs, behaving. It's very moral, that, yes. All right, and we've got some bullet points here. Key aspects of an effective culture. Right, so we're after negatives. So we want the back end of these on the flip side. Consulting the workforce, recognition that everyone has a role to play, commitment from the top management. This is all good stuff that we're really looking for here. Again, using the 4 C's of health and safety culture as well. So we could just take that for now. And because it's only drafting up at the moment with some notes here, I'm just going to copy. Well, I probably don't like it like that. going to copy and paste that for now as it stands. So I might be able to just pull out a little bit more if I need to and go and have a look at these notes back if I wanted to. Okay, so what I've done for us is from this question, I have been out and pulled scenario stuff. Because remember, you've got to stick to the scenario. So what I've done is I've put it into the 2 columns again, and I'm going to demonstrate to you as well now. And I've pre-populated them to get the video a little bit shorter this time. I'm trying to get it under around about 11 minutes. Of what really we're going to say from a scenario cut point of view. Remember, go through the scenario and break it into colours. We're going to go red for negative, green for positive, and then we're going to go blue for information if we need it. So just don't forget to siphon that out, because you will get questions on positive and negative, I guarantee it. So if you've got that to hand already, go and have a look at that, and then you can see you'll pull them up straight away. So you're looking for red because it's negative from our question. And let's have a look at what we've got. So ambitious managers placing pressure on workers. So that's what I pulled from the scenario. But I remember I've got to use now some of the 4 C's. I've got to make sure that I am making a point, keeping it relevant, and I use evidence from my scenario. And therefore then at the end, I am going to round it off, as the word count stands. I wouldn't get too pushy over the word count. 28 words this one, so maybe a bit lighter, but I'm going to highlight things. So pushy managers pressure their workers. It shows the company's being run like a dictatorship. This lack of communication between workers and managers increases the chances of accidents. So that's something there, again, that we could put. Now look, we've got another one here. It's not their job. It's not their job. All right. So this is about management attitude now, and I'm using the commitment term here. So for when managers and supervisors have an attitude to safety, it's not their job. It reflects poorly on the commitment to promoting positive safety culture. Now there's my sort of evidence there. It's not their job. And then what I'm going to go on and say, instead, this negative mindset can spread to the workers, affecting their cooperation and compliance with safety measures. So I've managed to squeeze 3 of the 4 in there, but using my evidence on the flip side and my demonstration of knowledge and understanding. Okay, let's go have a look at another one we've got here. Threat of discipline. Right, so what they're saying is they're threatening of discipline behaviour, basically, if they're going to say, if they're raising things. So the lack of management commitment to addressing concerns and resorting to threats of discipline creates a negative and regressive environment for employees. In turn, it fosters a negative perception of safety within the supermarket. So again, what we got? What another one here we've got? Immediately put to work. Yeah, so that was something I just pulled out the scenario. They just put to work. So my point is put to work. The absence of proper records and insufficient guidance for new employees suggests that the employer isn't adequately equipping them with the necessary knowledge and skills. And then again, when new employees are immediately put to work without learning curves, it hinders their skills and development. And again, these actions by the company reflect a rushed approach and raise. Now, it's a big answer, but I want to make sure I'm putting meat on the bone for Nebosh. Their examiners are expecting high things. Lack of comms from supervisors during shift passover. So lack of communication is what I'm going with. The absence of communication between supervisors during shift changes, particularly concerning safety, raises the risk of accidents, in which this instance could lead to life-changing injuries. What else have we got here? Supermarket was listed top 10 for the sales last year, and the store manager wants to do even better this year. Right, profit over people. It's a term I use in industry all the time. When you see it where, I don't care, get it done, not my job, do as I say, not as I do, that type of stuff. We really need to see better, and we call it a profit over people in industry. So they've said here, look, when the focus is solely on money and management, it's driven by financial targets. It indicates that the supermarket's priorities are misplaced, and they're placing profit margins over their most valuable asset, which is their workers. So there's a few there that I've done for you, just to give you the insight of, and basically these would be ready to then be put straight into your template, straight into your Nebosh template that you download. So, when it comes to culture, don't be afraid. Go out and smash it, because at the end of the day, A 20-mark question is, as I said, it's a gift from the Nebosh gods, so be grateful for it. You're probably going to see them. It's one of the most common questions that we do see in the open book exam scenario-based assessment. All right, so thank you for your time. Pete Collins here, no script, straight up tuition, scales of safety, and best of luck. I don't do it for likes, I don't do it for subs, I do it for you. So thank you very much for your time, and have a great day.